In December 2023, China made an announcement that sent shockwaves through the scientific community. Their Chang'e missions had discovered something on the moon that could change humanity's future forever. Not just water, not just minerals, something that makes every previous lunar discovery pale in comparison. Today, we're revealing why scientists are calling this the most important moon discovery in decades, why NASA is scrambling to revise their lunar plans, and what this means for the future of human space exploration. What you're about to learn hasn't made mainstream headlines yet, but it should be on every front page in the world. Welcome to the Fact Engine. What China found on the moon is so significant that it's already triggering a new space race. But this time, it's not about planting flags or national pride. It's about securing resources that could solve Earth's biggest crises. For the past 5 years, China's Chang'e missions have been methodically exploring the moon, with more advanced equipment than any previous missions. While the world was distracted by Mars rovers and SpaceX launches, China was quietly uncovering secrets that have been hidden for billions of years. Today's video is based on scientific papers, official announcements from the China National Space Administration, and analysis from leading planetary scientists. We'll show you exactly what was discovered, why it matters, and why every major space agency is now racing back to the moon. Let's start with the discovery that changes everything. We've known there's water on the moon since 2009. But what China discovered isn't just water. It's the where and how much that has scientists reconsidering everything. In December 2020, Chang'e 5 landed in Oceanus Procellarum. Using ground-penetrating radar and neutron spectrometers, they detected water signatures, but not the tiny amounts NASA found. Chang'e 5 discovered what they called extensive subsurface hydration layers. Dr. Lin Yangting from the Chinese Academy of Sciences revealed, "We're not talking about scattered molecules. We found structured water deposits, possibly in the form of hydrated minerals extending deep beneath the surface." The numbers are staggering. Previous estimates, 100-400 parts per million of water, Chang'e 5 findings, up to 120,000 parts per million in certain regions. That's 300 times more than NASA's highest estimates. But here's what made scientists' jaws drop. The water isn't just ancient deposits. Chang'e 5's data suggests active water migration. During the lunar day, water moves from cold traps to warmer regions, creating a previously unknown lunar water cycle. Professor Jessica Barnes from the University of Arizona admitted, "If China's data is correct, we've been thinking about lunar water all wrong. It's not just trapped in permanently shadowed craters. It's moving, it's accessible, and there's far more of it." Why does this matter? Water on the moon means drinking water for astronauts, oxygen for breathing, hydrogen and oxygen for rocket fuel, radiation shielding for habitats. Suddenly, a permanent moon base isn't just possible, it's practical. But water was just the beginning of China's discoveries. While searching for water, Chang'e 4 and Chang'e 5 discovered something potentially more valuable: the largest concentration of rare earth elements ever detected on the moon. Rare earth elements are crucial for smartphones and computers, electric vehicle batteries, wind turbines, military technology. Earth's supply is limited and environmentally destructive to mine. China currently controls 80% of global production. But what they found on the moon could make Earth mining obsolete. The South Pole Aitken Basin, where Chang'e 4 landed, contains neodymium concentrations 10x higher than Earth's richest mines, dysprosium in easily extractable forms, europium deposits that could supply Earth for centuries. Dr. Wang Weihua from the Beijing Institute of Technology stated, "The concentrations are so high, you could almost scoop them up. No need for complex extraction processes that pollute Earth's environment." But here's the game changer. These elements are in the regolith, the loose surface material. Unlike Earth, where rare earths require massive mining operations, on the Moon, they're just sitting there in the dust. A single mining operation could extract enough rare earth elements to supply Earth's technology needs for decades. The economic implications are mind-boggling. Current rare earth market, $15 billion annually. Estimated lunar rare earth value, $500 trillion. China didn't just find resources, they found an economic game changer. But their most shocking discovery was yet to come. In June 2022, China announced they had found something in their lunar samples that made every energy company on Earth take notice. Helium-3 in concentrations that make mining economically viable. Helium-3 is the holy grail of clean energy. When used in fusion reactions, no radioactive waste, no risk of meltdown. Energy output 250x greater than uranium. One cargo bay could power the US for a year, but helium-3 barely exists on Earth. The Moon, bombarded by solar wind for billions of years, has absorbed massive quantities. Previous estimates suggested the Moon had about 1 million tons of helium-3. China's findings suggest it's closer to 10 million tons in accessible locations. At current energy prices, that's worth $3 quadrillion. Professor Gerald Kolsinski from the University of Wisconsin, who's studied lunar helium-3 for 30 years, reacted, "China's data shows concentrations we only dreamed of. If their extraction methods work, this could solve Earth's energy crisis permanently." But here's what China discovered that nobody expected. Helium-3 isn't evenly distributed. Certain regions, particularly where ancient solar wind was trapped by magnetic anomalies, have concentrations 50x higher than average. China has already mapped the richest helium-3 deposits, tested extraction methods in their labs, announced plans for automated mining by 2030, signed agreements with Russia for joint extraction. The timeline is aggressive. 2025. Test extraction equipment on Chang'e 6. 2028. Deploy first mining robots. 2030. Begin commercial extraction. 2035. First helium-3 shipments to Earth. When fusion reactors come online in the 2030s, whoever controls lunar helium-3 controls the world's energy supply. China is positioning themselves to be that controller. But China's most important discovery might not be water, rare earths, or helium-3. In 2023, they announced finding something that could make the Moon humanity's first true backup planet. Massive lava tubes perfect for human habitation. These aren't small caves. Chang'e 4's radar revealed tubes up to 500 meters wide, extending for hundreds of kilometers, stable temperatures of 20 degrees versus surface swings of 173 degrees to 127 degrees. Natural radiation shielding equivalent to Earth's atmosphere. Dr. Liu Jianzhong from the CNSA revealed these tubes could house cities, not bases, actual cities with hundreds of thousands of people. The tubes solve every major challenge of lunar colonization. Radiation protection, 100% effective. Micrometeorite protection, complete. Temperature stability, constant year-round. Space, room for millions. Construction, minimal. Nature provided the shelter. China has already. selected optimal tube locations, designed inflatable habitats for tube deployment, calculated that one tube could house 100,000 people, announced plans to establish the first tube base by 2035. But here's what makes this truly revolutionary. The tubes connect. China's mapping shows an underground network that could allow travel between bases without surface exposure. An entire civilization could exist beneath the moon's surface. Combined with water, energy from helium-3, and rare Earth wealth, these tubes make the moon not just visitable, but livable, permanently. China's discoveries have triggered panic in Washington, Moscow, Brussels, and New Delhi. The reason is simple. Whoever establishes lunar infrastructure first essentially owns the moon's resources. The response has been immediate. NASA accelerated Artemis by 2 years. Russia announced Luna 26 through Luna 28. India approved $10 billion for lunar missions. Europe fast-tracked their moon village concept. Japan partnered with NASA for resource extraction. But China has a massive head start. Most detailed resource maps, proven extraction technology, selected optimal base locations, established supply chain plans, political will to fund it all. The new space race isn't about science or exploration. It's about resources worth quadrillions, energy independence, and ensuring national survival. The stakes couldn't be higher. International space law is already being tested. The Outer Space Treaty says no nation can claim the moon, but it says nothing about mining rights. China is establishing safety zones around their landing sites, effectively claiming territory without calling it that. Dr. Michael Simpson, former NASA executive, warns, "We're seeing the beginning of lunar colonization, not in 50 years, in 10. And right now, China is winning." China's lunar discoveries represent a turning point in human history. The moon isn't just a destination. It's humanity's first real chance at becoming a multi-world species. The resources are there. Water for life, rare earths for technology, helium-3 for unlimited clean energy, shelter for millions. The technology exists. The economics work. The only question is, who will lead humanity's expansion beyond Earth? China's discoveries have given us a roadmap. The moon can support permanent human civilization. It can provide resources to heal Earth's environment. It can ensure our species survives beyond one fragile planet. This isn't science fiction anymore. It's happening now. The most important discovery in decades isn't just about what China found. It's about what it means for all of us. The moon is no longer a dream. It's our destiny. What do you think? Is this the beginning of humanity's true space age? Should the moon's resources belong to everyone or those who get there first? Comment below. If this video opened your eyes to our lunar future, subscribe and hit the notification bell.